Alexander Armstrong, and welcome to Pointless, the game where we aim for the obscure and we ignore the obvious. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Rob. This is my wife, Nicole, and we're from Wickford in Essex.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Steph. This is my friend Gemma. We're from Telford in Shropshire.
Couple number three.
Hello, I'm Peter. This is my friend Mike, and we're from the Royal Hospital at Chelsea in London.
And finally, couple number four.
Hello, I'm Pauline. This is my son Anthony, and we're from Sheffield.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Very warm welcome to the show. Wonderful to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. A grumbling cold front sweeping in from the east. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hey, everybody. Good day to you.
Good day.
This is a lovely lineup, isn't it?
It is.
Now, three of these pairs were on last time, which is lovely. Nicole and Rob, welcome back, got knocked out in round one. Peter and Mike, welcome back, got knocked out in round two over Ice Cream Gate. And Tony and Pauline got all the way through to the head-to-head last time. They're going to be the pair to beat. Gemma and Steph, welcome along, replacing Ken and Dave, who got through to that final round, didn't they? And then chose Sweden.
I know.
From our finals board, which I thought was a mistake, and it turns out it was.
Thank you very much indeed. Yes, as you may have inferred, Ken and Dave did not win the jackpot last time with their Sweden last round. So we're adding another £1,000 to that, so today's jackpot starts off at £2,000. There it is. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. As you all know, it is the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that will be eliminated, so you just have to keep your scores as low as you possibly can, and everything will be fine. Very best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category this afternoon is gardening. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and our question concerns flowers. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you two boards, each of which will have 9 flowers on it. You just have to recognise one of those flowers, please. We're going to show you the first and last letters as well. So 9 on the first pass, 9 on the second, 18 flowers to guess at home.
Very nice. OK, here's our first image of 9 flowers. I'll just read out the initials. R-E-A-R-A-M-C-S-A-M-L-Y P-N-F-R-A-A MSPX and GEAH. There we are. So, Rob, remind us all about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a performance manager in the NHS, and when I'm not at work, you'll find me fishing with my sons or coaching the football teams.
Very good indeed. Are you any kind of gardener?
No, absolutely not. I've got a friend who runs a garden centre who'll probably be screaming at the TV with this one.
Of course. They know everything.
The amount of times I've been fishing with him, and I should have been listening.
Does he point out the
Oh,
flora
absolutely,
around?
yeah.
Say, yes, look at this. I won't dazzle you with all the Latin names just in case they come up on the next
that's what
board.
he does.
Yeah. OK, Rob, what are you going to go for here?
I'm going to go for middle right and go for passion flower.
Passion flower, says Rob. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that. Passion flower. It's right. Not bad at all. 29, Rob. Great start to the round.
Yeah, very well played. Passion flower, another name for self-raising flower.
Thank you very much indeed, Rich. Steph, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm a nursery manager, a children's nursery, not a
flower
nursery,
that's an error.
unfortunately, yeah. And I do like a bit of photography of National Trust sort of places, so I probably should know more than this, but I don't. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good at making flowers go brown, so...
That's a skill.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to go for aster.
OK, aster. Let's see how many of our 100 people spotted the aster. It's right. 29 is the only score we have at the moment. And you pass it. 26. Very well done indeed. 26 for aster.
Yeah, popular border plant. Aster.
Oh, that's good.
That's pretty much all I know about aster.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Peter, welcome back. Remind us all about yourself, Peter.
Yeah, I'm a Chelsea pensioner, living in the Royal Hospital at Chelsea. having served with the British Army for almost 30 years, just over 30 years.
Quite right. And how many pensioners are there at any one time?
We have approximately 300 living in the Royal Hospital.
Really?
Some active, some not as active, but we all get out and do our bit. It's like any community.
Yes.
It's quite active.
But all kinds of events and things are
Yes,
laid on.
we have lots goes on.
Yeah.
I mean, for example, we hold the flower show.
Absolutely. And you can all come into that. You'll
Yes,
just
indeed.
wander in.
Yep.
You can just wander in.
Very good.
That's wonderful. Now, Peter, what are you going to go for here? What are the names of these flowers?
Well, I'm certainly not a gardener. I was a labourer at one time. I'm going to go bottom right and try geranium.
OK, geranium for the bottom right. Let's see what happens when we say geranium. No, I'm afraid not, Peter. I'm afraid not. Geranium for the bottom right. Scores you 100 points.
Yeah, it's not, I'm afraid. You should visit a flower show every now and again. That would be, I don't know if there's one local to you.
Thank you very much indeed. And now then, Pauline, welcome back. Good to have you with us once again here from Sheffield. Remind us all about yourself, Pauline.
Well, I do crosswords.
Indeed.
I collect handbags.
Oh, you kept that quiet last time,
And I
Pauline.
like to travel.
You okay? And do you have a sort of handbag du jour? Is there a handbag that you'll try for a little bit and then after a week or so think, no, I think I'll
Oh, yes.
hang that one back up and we'll try
All
this
different
one.
colours.
There we are. Now, Pauline, the last person to have this board. Do you feel like filling in all our blanks for us?
No. I know rose, of course, and crocus. And I know that lily, but I'm not sure to say it. So, top right, Alison.
Alison. OK. Alison. It's getting a nod from Mike as well. Let's see if it's right. How many of our 100 people said Alison? Oh, I'm sorry, Pauline. Not Alison.
Yeah, that
Nearly.
nod from Mike was, we're back in the game here. That's,
Yeah.
that's what that nod was. You're very, very close there, Pauline. Allium is the answer. Allium, I'm afraid. Would have scored 22 points as well. We'll leave the top left for a moment. Crocus, you were quite right about, would have been damaged imitation because it would have scored 59, so a pretty big score. And then we've got some lower scores. That's a lily, of course.
Arum lily.
Yeah, arum lily or arum lily would have scored you 13. Do you know this bottom left? Alstroemeria. It's a Volkswagen Alstroemeria. That would have scored 4 points. Well done. This is a fun one to say. Do you know this next one?
No.
That is moss phlox. That would have scored you 1 point. And the pointless answer in the bottom right here. So globe amaranth.
Nice.
Globe amaranth. Very well done if you said that. Now, what do you think? It is Rose. You're quite right. What do you think Rose scored?
Might it be one of those rare things? We've got a pointless there. Might this be 100? It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Hasn't happened very often on this show, in the history of this show. Let's take a look. What did Rose score? 100
Look
points.
at that.
There you go.
There we are.
100 points.
Thank you very much. Well, we're halfway through the round. I think for a time to have a little recap of those scores. Only 3 scores between the 4. 26, the best score of the past, Steph, so well done to you. 29 is where we find Rob and Nicole, looking very strong there. And then we travel up to 100, where we find Peter and Mike and Pauline and Tony. So, yes, Mike and Tony, it's between the pair of you to see which of you stays with us and which will be leaving us at the end of the round. So, very best of luck. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 9 more pictures of flowers up on the board with their initials, and here they are. We have C-R, H-A, P-Y, W-A, S-R, Z-A, Y-W, D-M, and C-S. Now, Tony, welcome back to Pointless. Remind us all about yourself, Tony.
I'm a retail manager, sell tools. I collect American comics. I love film, memorabilia. I love going to Comic-Cons.
I'm sorry we didn't have any kind of comic questions for you last time you were on, because people who collect comics and know that kind of stuff tend to know it pretty well.
Yeah, we're hoping maybe a comic one might come up rather than flowers, but...
Listen, let's see where we get. I have great faith in you, Tony.
I'm going to have to go for the middle one and sunflower.
Nice rare one there. OK. Nice, obscure. Sunflower. Am I saying that right, Tony? Sunflower? There's no red line for you. You're joint high scorers. Let's see how many of our 100 people said sunflower. 98. Taking your total up to 198.
Yeah, I'm seeing Mike nodding again. He likes that. I love the fact that Pauline was looking accusingly at her son there, even though he scored 2 points better than she did. That's the game, isn't it?
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Mike, welcome back. If you walk around Chelsea, do you get sort of reduced prices on all kinds of things? I mean, if I was working in a bakery and you came in and asked for a croissant, I wouldn't ask for money for that. I would just give you the croissant. Does it work a bit like that?
Some stores you get a slight discount. Some stores not.
If you
Yeah,
I'd
free
give you
coffee.
that. Free coffee.
Free coffee for Chelsea pensioners. That's how I run my business.
Yeah. Anyway, OK, now, Mike, you are on 100. You have to score 97 or less to get through to the next round, stay in the game, and bring glory to the Royal Hospital.
This is a bad round.
But
Because I was gonna go for one, but it's just been taken. In this anyway.
OK,
I'll go for top centre. Is that hyacinth?
hyacintha. Here's your red line. Let's see what happens when we say hyacintha. No, Mike, I'm sorry, not a hyacintha. I'm afraid that scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 200.
Sorry, Mike, but listen, I know that you guys do an enormous amount of work for charity, an enormous amount of good, and if you could see the look on Pauline's face, you know you've done, you've made someone very, very happy.
Sorry.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Now, Gemma.
Hello.
Gemma, hello. Welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
So I'm a business process specialist for a workforce solutions company.
Workforce deletions?
Solutions.
Oh, solutions. I thought workforce deletions. Deletions?
No.
Not that. No. What are your interests, Gemma?
So I absolutely love musical theatre. Getting down to London as much as we can to see musicals.
What's your current absolute favourite?
Well, I have an all-time classic, but of more recent musicals, I would say it's Wicked.
Wicked.
Yeah, love it.
OK, now, you are through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score, which is good news. But I think you might know some of
Yeah,
these.
this is a much better board than the first one. So I think I'm going to go for the second down on the left and say Wisteria.
Wisteria, says Gemma. There's no red line for you. You're already through. How many of our 100 people said Wisteria? It's right. Down it goes to 48. Very well done indeed. 74 is your total.
Yeah, climbing plant, of course. A member of the pea family.
Of course, because it coils and climbs.
Doesn't it just?
Yeah, like a pea. Oh,
That's
it smells nice.
And it's delicious with carrots.
Oh, it smells like custard creams.
Wisteria? Or custard cream smell like wisteria.
Maybe that's it, yeah. You're right.
Wisteria flavouring.
Yes. Thank you. Now, Nicole, welcome back. This is great. Already, you have done twice as well as you did last time. Doesn't matter what you score here, you're straight through to the next round. Just remind us a bit about yourself, Nicole.
I'm a dog homeboarder. Also love my music.
Very good indeed. Do the dogs like the music too?
Maybe sometimes.
Does your dog howl when you play music?
I make him dance with me. I go like that and he gets up and dances with me.
Oh, that's nice. I
don't think he likes it very much.
No, it sounds like he doesn't, but fun for you. Fun for you. But imagine if you had a dog, if you like music and you had a dog. We used to have a dog that howled when any music was played. When we were little. Oh, that was how I learned to sing. But
that was before someone called the RSPCA, right?
Yeah, yeah. So, Nicole, there you are, on 29. Doesn't matter what you score, you're through to the next round. Do you feel like filling in this board for us?
I can do a few. Cornflower, hydrangea, peony. I don't know about the bottom three. I might have a shot like that third one along in the middle. Might not be right, but we're through, so... Is it a Zoella?
Zoella. Let's see if that's right. No red line, you're already through. How many of our 100 people said Zoella? But crucially, is it right? No, not a Zoella. But We've all learnt something that it's not. So there we are. But well done. That's the right spirit. 129 is your total.
Yes, we like seeing people going for risks when they know they're definitely through. So well done on that. Yeah, Zoella is a YouTuber. Didn't she? This is.
I thought she might have been named after the flower.
Oh,
but...
cool. Yeah, that would make sense. Like, because plenty of names are. This is Zinnia. Zinnia. It's a good scorer as well. Just scored 17. You're absolutely right about the top row there. Cornflower would have scored you 31. Yes, Hydrangea, Mike there, the second one along, would have scored a 47. And Peony would have scored 32. Now, this bottom row, how are you here?
Not so good on...
The first one?
No.
Yarrow.
Yarrow.
That is. Would have scored you 21.
I know this one.
Yep.
This is a Delphinium.
Delphinium, well played, yes, 22 for that. And you know the last one? You'll know it when I say it.
And is it a clematis?
It is a
it
clematis. It's exactly what it is. It only scored you 2 points. That's the best answer on the board.
There we are at the end of our first round, and we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. And Mike and Peter, I'm so sorry. It is you. This is where we have to say goodbye to you finally. It's been such a treat having you on the show. Thank you so much for coming up and playing with us. Mike and Peter, great treat having you here. Thank you. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. Very well done, everybody. We're down to 3 pairs, and you are the 3 pairs that made it through to round 2. Steph, very well done. You were our lowest individual scorer. Steph and Gemma were our lowest combined scorers. So fantastic work on that middle podium there. But well done, everybody. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is entertainment. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns fictional television presenters. Richard.
On each board, we're going to show you the names of 6 fictional TV presenters or hosts. We'll tell you the programme or film they appeared in and give you the initials of the actor. But who are those actors, please? So 6 on the first board, 6 on the second, 12 actors to guess at home.
Thanks very much. Who are the actors that played these fictional television presenters? And our first board of 6 reads like this. Howard Beale, Network, 1976, PF. Mrs. Merton, The Mrs. Merton Show, 1995, CA. Ron Burgundy, Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, 2004, WF. Tom Grunick, Broadcast News, 1987, WH. Ali G, The 11 O'Clock Show, 1998, SBC. And Philomena Kunk, Charlie Brooker's Weekly Wipe, 2013, DM. There we are. I'm just going to read those names out. Howard Beale, Mrs. Merton, Ron Burgundy, Tom Grunick, Ali G, Philomena Kunk. Now, Rob. Rob, what are you going to go for here?
I feel a bit more comfortable on these. There's a couple that I know from shows I've seen. I think I'll go with Ali G as Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen, says Rob. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Sacha Baron Cohen for Ali G. That goes down to 40, not bad at all. Good start to the round.
Yeah, well, Play made his TV debut on Channel 4's The 11 O'Clock Show many years ago now.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Now then, Steph.
OK. It's got to be The Legend of Ron Burgundy. It's Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, says Steph. Let's see how many of our 100 people went for Will Ferrell. Down to 31. Very good indeed, Will Ferrell.
Well played. Steph has appeared in over 140 episodes of Saturday Night Live, Will Ferrell.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, now, Tony. Tony, you're the last person to have this board. Do you want to talk us through it? Fictional TV presenters, who are the actors that played them?
I'm happier than I were last time. I don't know the bottom one. The top one, I think, is Peter Fonda. Then it's Caroline Aherne. And then I think I'm going to go with the Broadcast News one, which is William Hurt.
William Hurt, says Tony. Let's see how many of our 100 people said William Hurt. Yeah, that down to go to 5. Very well done indeed, Tony. 5 for William Hurt.
Well played, Tony. Back on form there on the final podium. It's a terrific film, Broadcast News. Nominated for an Oscar for his role in that, William Hurt. You're wrong about Peter Fonda, I'm afraid, but I made the same mistake as you. Peter Finch. Peter Finch was the answer there. Would have scored you 4 points. Mrs. Merton, you're correct, though, is Caroline Aherne. Would have scored you 52, though, biggest score up there. And the best answer on the board, Philomena Kunk, played by the brilliant Diane Morgan. Very well done if you said that. 2 points for Diane Morgan.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick recap of those scores. 5, the best score of the pass. Well done, Tony. Looking like a shoe-in for the head-to-head. That would be exciting. Then we travel up to 31, where we find Steph and Gemma. 40s, where we find Rob and Nicole. So a little bit ahead there, Nicole. Let's have a nice low score from you to keep you in the game if we can. Best of luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 6 more actors playing fictional TV presenters on the board, and here they are. We have got Alan Partridge, Knowing Me, Knowing You, 1994, SC. Caesar Flickerman, The Hunger Games, 2012, ST. Phil Connors, Groundhog Day, 1993, BM. Will McAvoy, The Newsroom, 2012, JD. Dean Lerner, Man to Man with Dean Lerner, 2006, RA. Jerry Langford, The King of Comedy, 1983, JL. I'll read those roles again. Alan Partridge, Caesar Flickerman, Phil Connors, Will McAvoy, Dean Lerner, and Jerry Langford. There we are. Pauline.
I know the top one, but I just can't get his name. So I'll have to go with Bill Murray.
OK, Bill Murray says, Pauline, here is your red line. If you can get below that red line with Bill Murray, even at this stage, you would be through to the head-to-head immediately. Let's find out how many of our 100 people said Bill Murray. Oh, look at that. Very well done indeed. 34 is what you needed. 34 is what you got. 39 is your total. The head-to-head awaits.
Yeah, wonderful film. Made a musical of it as well, which I didn't go and see. Did you see it?
I didn't, no.
Tim Minchin musical, yeah.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now then, Gemma. Gemma, there you are on 31. A score of 8 or less guarantees you a place in the head-to-head.
Well, I know Bill Murray. I can't think of any of the others, unfortunately. So I don't suppose by any chance that Jerry Langford was actually Jerry Langford, the King of Comedy.
OK, well, listen, fair enough.
Yeah.
Good enough punt. Jerry Langford for the King of Comedy. Here is your red line. It's quite low, but let's see what happens when we say Jerry Langford. I'm afraid not, but worth a punt, though. Got the initials right, anyway. 131 is your total. Richard.
Yeah, that's good thinking.
Yeah.
Isn't it? I mean, it's wrong, but it's good wrong. It's good wrong.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Nicole, there you are on 40. If you can score 90 or less, you're into the head-to-head. Do you want to talk us through this board? Fictional TV presenters, who are the actors that played them?
I only know the top one. Don't know the rest. Top one is Steve Coogan.
OK, you're going to go for Steve Coogan as Alan Partridge. Here is your red line. Let's see what happens when we say Steve Coogan. It's right, and you're through. Very well done, Nicole. Nicely done. 48, 88 your total.
Yeah, much harder board, this one. All the remaining answers are in single figures on this board. How are you with the rest of these? Do you know Caesar Flickerman?
No.
It's an American actor, now lives in London. Stanley Tucci is the answer there. Would have scored you 5 points. Will McAvoy in The Newsroom. Jeff Daniels would have scored 1. You may know this, R.A.
I don't know this.
He appeared, you know him for sure, but this is far and away not his most famous role. It's Richard Ayoade.
Yeah. Lovely Richard Ayoade.
Would have scored you 3. And Jerry Langford?
Jerry Lewis.
Jerry Lewis, yeah. And that would have scored 9. So the best answer on the board is Jeff Daniels. Well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed. So we're at the end of our second round. And the pair we have to send home with a high score of 131, Gemma and Steph, I'm afraid it's you. This is where we say goodbye, but only for now. We'll see you again next time. But meantime, thanks so much, Gemma and Steph. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Congratulations, Nicole and Rob, Tony and Pauline. You are now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,000. And now you start playing as a pair. You chat before you give your answers. First pair to win 2 questions in this round will be going through to the final to play for that jackpot. Well, this is nice, isn't it? 2 returning pairs.
Exactly. We got a pair in the head-to-head who scored 198 points in one round and are still with us.
And they were our golden couple last time.
That was pretty good going.
Yeah, you've been demoted, I'm afraid, to second golden couple, brackets blue couple. But Nicole and Rob, we said goodbye to you in round 1 last time. Total turnaround. Wonderful to have you still with us. Anyway, best of luck to both pairs. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and our first question today is all about police cars around the world. Richard.
That's like my perfect round. I'm looking forward to seeing the pictures. We're going to show you 5 pictures now of police cars from different countries of the world, but which countries are these police cars from, please? As always, by country, I mean a sovereign state that's a member of the UN in its own right.
Good. OK, let's reveal our 5 police cars from around the world, and here they are. We've got A. B. C. D. And E. There we are, police cars from around the world. Now, Nicole and Rob, you're our low-scoring pair, so you get to go first. Feel free to confer. OK.
Yep.
What are you going to go for?
We're going to go for E. I think that might be Canada.
OK, E, Canada. E, Canada, say Nicole and Rob. Now, Tony and Pauline, do you want to talk us through the rest?
A, obviously, I think is Spain, then America, then D, Russia, and then we're going for C, which is Turkey. Turkey.
OK, we'll go for Turkey. So we have Canada and we have Turkey. Nicole and Rob went for Canada for E. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Canada. It is Canada. Down to 20. 20 for Canada. Meanwhile, Tony and Pauline have gone for Turkey for C. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Turkey. Turkey's right. Down against the 36. Not a bad answer, but not as good as Canada. Well done, Nicole and Rob. After one question, you're up 1-0.
Yeah, they were the 2 best answers on the board, actually, so well played both teams here. Yeah, the RCMP on the Canadian car stands for Royal Canadian Mounted Police. So that's actually a Mounties police car. They have cars as well, which seems fair enough.
Fair
You
enough.
can't do everything on a horse, can you?
No.
If the baddies have got cars, you need cars too.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
You don't want to bring a horse to a car chase.
Yeah, you really don't. It's not Spain, that's the Garda, that's Ireland. 57 points for that, well done if you said that. The USA is the second one. It's a big clue there, isn't there, on the side, NYPD. 76 points, and Russia, you're quite right about. That would have scored you 64 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, here comes your second question. Tony and Pauline, you get to answer this first, but you have to win it to stay in the game. So best of luck. Our second question today is all about figures of the Enlightenment. Richard.
Clues to 5 figures associated with the Enlightenment. We'll also give you the initials of their names, but who are they, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 clues to these figures, and here they are. He drafted the Declaration of Independence and later became the 3rd US president, TJ, English-American writer of Common Sense, The Rights of Man and the Age of Reason, TP, American founding father known for flying a kite in a storm, BF, Polish astronomer who proposed that the Earth moves around the sun, not vice versa, NC, and French philosopher famous for the dictum, I think, therefore I am, RD. I'll read those all again. He drafted the Declaration of Independence and later became the 3rd US president, English-American writer of Common Sense, The Rights of Man and the Age of Reason, American founding father known for flying a kite in a storm, Polish astronomer who proposed that the Earth moves around the sun, not vice versa, and French philosopher famous for the dictum, I think, therefore I am. Tony and Pauline, you'll go first.
We're going to go for American founding father, Benjamin Franklin.
OK, Benjamin Franklin. Now, Nicole and Rob, do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
No, I don't really. We think the top one is Thomas Jefferson. Not sure about the second. I agree with the third. I've got a feeling the fourth one might be Nostradamus. I don't know the surname. I don't know the bottom one. So we'll go for the top one, which is Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. So it's a Franklin Jefferson face-off in the second question. So in the order they were given, Tony and Pauline went for Benjamin Franklin. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Benjamin Franklin. There we are, the founding father who flew a kite in a storm. Benjamin Franklin, down that goes to 42. Nicole and Rob, meanwhile, have gone for Thomas Jefferson, the third US president. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. It is Thomas Jefferson. And that is 48, which means well done, Tony and Pauline. You're back in the game. That's what we needed from you. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Yeah, those are the top 2 answers on the board this time. Trickier board. Now, do you know the English-American writer? The Rights of Man? It was Thomas Paine. Who scored you 10 points. The astronomer, nothing to do with Nostradamus, is Nicholas Copernicus. Would have scored 14. And the French philosopher?
René Descartes.
René Descartes. Absolutely right. Je pense, donc je suis. 13 points for that. Thomas Paine, best answer up there, though.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, here comes your third question. This is the decider. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck to both pairs. Our third question this afternoon is all about Beatles songs sung by Ringo Starr. Richard.
We are going to show you alternate letters now of 5 Beatles songs, all of which were sung by Ringo Starr, but which is the most obscure? Best of luck, both teams.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 Ringo Starr sung Beatles songs, and here they are. We have got YLOSBAIE, ATNTRLY, OTPSGRDN, WAGEO, and DNPSMB. I'll read those one last time. YLOSBAIE, ATNTRLY, OTPSGRDN, WAGEO, and DNPSMB. There we are. Now, Nicole and Rob, you go first this time. OK, Nicole and Rob.
We're going to go for the bottom one as Don't Pass Me By.
Don't Pass Me By, say Nicole and Rob. Tony and Pauline, do you want to talk us through the rest?
Yellow Submarine, top one. Middle one, Octopus's Garden. Not sure about the fourth one. I think we're going to go for the second one, yeah?
Act Naturally.
Naturally.
Act Naturally. OK, so we have Don't Pass Me By and Act Naturally. Nicole and Rob had Don't Pass Me By for the bottom one. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many people said it. It is right. Down that goes to 28. Tony and Pauline, meanwhile, have gone for Act Naturally for the second one. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that. Act Naturally is right. And it wins the point. Oh, very narrowly. Look at that, 25 for Act Naturally. It means after that, Tony and Pauline, you are through to the final 2-1.
What a head-to-head that was. Very well played, everybody. Terrific work. Yellow Submarine, you are absolutely right about. You would think it'd get more than 56, wouldn't you? But there it is, 56. Octopus's Garden, fairly big scorer as well. Would have scored 39. This is the best scorer. You might be able to work it out even if you don't know the song. What Goes On, yeah. And What Goes On would have scored you 14. Very well done if you said that.
Thank you very much indeed. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, Nicole and Rob, our golden pair. Well, what a pointless career you've had. I mean, swings and roundabouts. You went from leaving in the first round last time to being our golden couple this time, but I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye. But thank you so much for playing. Nicole and Rob, wonderful contestants. But for Tony and Pauline, it is now time for our pointless final. Well, huge congratulations, Tony and Pauline. Pauline, you've seen off all the competition and you've won our coveted Pointless trophy.
Brilliant.
You now have a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,000. Who would have thought in a million years you're going to end up here with a chance to win our jackpot? What do you want to see come up in this last round?
Films.
OK.
Superheroes.
Superman
films.
Please.
OK. Anything for you, Pauline?
Handbags.
OK, well, let's see what's going to come up on the board. There'll be 4 things for you to choose from. Today's selection looks like this. We've got Circles, in inverted commas, prog rock, the Bronte sisters, and finals in American sport.
Don't want to win the American sport. Out. Bronte sisters. Out. Prog rock. Never in a million years. Out.
No.
So
I don't know what prog rock is.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We're not going into that. So I think we're going to go into Circles because it's only one. It could be anything. Circles, yeah.
OK, Circles it is.
OK, 3 very different questions here. They all involve circles one way or another. We are looking for anybody presented with the Masculine Award from the Magic Circle from 1970 all the way up to 2018, please. We're looking for any underground station on the Circle line on the London Underground tube map, or we are looking for any word of 4 letters or more in the lyrics to Elton John's The Circle of Life. That's his 1994 version of that. So Magic Circle Award winners from 1970, underground stations on the Circle line, lyrics of The Circle of Life, 4 letters or more. Very best of luck.
I have to just add in here, because he's a great watcher and supporter of the show, Sir Tim Rice as well.
Who actually wrote
those lyrics.
Yeah. So those Tim Rice penned lyrics.
Exactly.
Tim Rice, Lord Rice.
He should be, yes.
Duke
exactly.
Rice.
The Duke.
The Duke of Rice, the Grand Old Duke of Rice. Any word of 4 letters or more.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Yes.
OK, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Right, forget underground stations. Magic Circle, obviously, is
What
magicians.
about the Great Surprendo?
Yes, good one, I like that. Dynamo.
Victoria Wood's
Paul Daniels'
husband.
son, he were a magician in Magic Circle.
No,
Paul
I
Daniels,
don't know.
He were,
Well,
and he saw... So it's great suspense. It's great, whatever you said.
Surprendo. What about
Dynamo.
Dynamo. The
What about-
Circle. What about the
I
Circle
can't
of
start
Life?
singing it.
Yes, you can.
No. So I think we should just stick with Magic Circle. Oh, Paul Daniels' son. He were a magician in his own right. And
I
he
can't
might have-
think of
Anything
it.
else? Any other magicians?
So we've got Great Surprendo,
Dynamo.
Dynamo, and
American ones.
what's about
10 seconds left.
Imo sat in that glass box. What are they called?
I know what you mean.
I'm afraid that's your time up. Let's have your 3 answers, and if you say which categories you're answering.
I've got one. So we're going to go for a Magic Circle.
Yep.
And I'm going to go for Chris Angel,
Chris Angel,
Dynamo,
Dynamo,
and the Great Surprendo.
and the Great Surprendo. OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer?
The Great Surprendo.
The Great Surprendo goes last. Least likely to be pointless?
Dynamo.
Dynamo. And Chris
Angel.
Angel goes in the middle. OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We have got Dynamo, Chris Angel, and the Great Surprendo. Well, very, very best of luck. 3 answers on the board there. If any of those is pointless, they will win you that jackpot of £2,000. What a nice jackpot to be taking back to Sheffield.
Yes.
What would you like to do with it? Tony, I'm going to come to you first.
Spend it on a holiday in America. Do maybe Route 66, something like that.
Very nice. Visit a few comic shops, I should think, while you're there.
Oh, there's plenty in America.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Pauline, how about you?
Guess. Handbags.
OK, well, very, very best of luck. As I say, 3 good answers here. Let's hope one of them wins you that jackpot. Your first answer was Dynamo. In all 3 cases, we are looking for Magic Circle award winners. If Dynamo, your first answer, is right and is pointless, you leave here with £2,000. Let's see how many people said Dynamo. It's right. Just has to be pointless now for you to take that jackpot of £2,000 home. Dynamo now taking us down through the 30s. Going down through the 20s. Will we make six? Ooh, 14. 14 for Dynamo. Not bad. It's a good score, but sadly not a pointless answer. So we move on to your next answer, which was Chris Angel. And again, we're looking for Magic Circle award winners. If Chris Angel is pointless, you leave here with £2,000. How many people said Chris Angel? No.
They were just a full out to me as a magician.
Well, that's the kind of answer that could have been pointless. Could have gone either way,
Yes.
that, but that's exactly the kind of risk you should be taking. OK, let's turn to your third and final answer, the Great Soprendo. Now, if this is a pointless answer, you will leave with that jackpot of £2,000. How many of our 100 people said the Great Soprendo? Is it pointless? Again, it's right. Dynamo took us down to 14. Chris Angel turned out to be an incorrect answer. Your third and final answer, the Great Soprendo, takes us down. We're passing 14 into single figures. Still going down with the Great Soprendo. Oh, it's 2. Oh. That's a brilliant answer. Fantastic answer there, the Great Soprendo, but I'm afraid not a pointless answer. So I'm afraid you don't win today's jackpot of £2,000, but it's been wonderful having you here. And don't forget, you get to take home a pointless trophy, so that's all very good.
Yeah, it's very well played, especially after that start. What a comeback that was. And just to get 2 there at the end. We're going to add that to your 198 from the first round to get 2. And you join the 200 club in a very unusual way. Yeah, Great Soprendo. Jeffrey Durham, of course, is awarded under that name. Let's take a look at some of those Magic Circle award winners. Alan Allen, the escapologist. Andy Nyman is a brilliant actor and writer, and also he does a lot of work behind the scenes with Darren Brown. David Burglass, MBE. Peter Warlock, who is the publisher of Pentagram and New Pentagram, the Magic magazines. The scorers there, Paul Daniels would have scored you 40. We've had Dynamo. Ali Bongo and Darren Brown would have scored you points. David Nixon, Debbie McGee also would have scored points, and John Fisher as well would have scored 1. Everyone else was a pointless answer, so very well done if you said anybody else there. Underground stations on the Circle Line. All of these were pointless. Bayswater, it's a pointless answer. Goldhawk Road, Shepherd's Bush Market, Tower Hill, Latimer Road, Royal Oak and Westbourne Park were the pointless answers there. Well done if you said one. And the lyrics to Circle of Life. If you've been singing this at home, then very best of luck. You said some of these: scars, some, stampede, wayside, agreed, fall, give, have, join, never, sail, should, soar, stars, troubles, and with. All of those were pointless answers. Very well done if you got one of them.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard, and thank you, Tony and Pauline. I'm sorry you didn't win today's jackpot. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £3,000. Join us then, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.